Josh Dobbs leading the team down the field. Josh Dobbs silences the crowd.
We begin tonight's broadcast with A.J. Cooksey, a young football fan battling multiple brain tumors.
I'm wearing my Josh Dobbs jersey to support my brother Josh Dobbs.
It's incredible. This is his fourth team in a calendar year.
Throw by Josh Dobbs.
Josh, it's me, AJ, man. I just want to wish you a happy birthday. As you can tell, I'm in the hospital. Not feeling too well, but go Jacksonville.
What an incredible
Joshua
play
Dobbs
by
barely
Josh
landed
Dobbs.
in Minnesota this week, and he's quarterbacking this team for a comeback.
Please keep me in your thoughts and prayers as I go through this cycle of treatment.
It's got a light of mine. I'm gonna let it shine all the time. Let it shine, oh yeah.
AJ had more than one tumor, and the tumors that he had were blocking the flow of the spinal fluid.
The tumor was putting too much pressure on him. It went from being able to walk and he was dragging his foot to he couldn't move his left side of his body at all.
Where several of his tumors are located, they couldn't be removed. You're told your kid's gonna go on a year of chemo treatment.
The physical problems that AJ was having were so severe, and it was beyond what I had seen in kids like him.
One of the most complicated tumors that he has is on his optic nerve, so he's considered legally blind. He was depressed, and you don't think about your 4-year-old being depressed, but he was.
Daddy, you tell me when to start.
All right, go start.
We would have these moments that we would try and recall back to where he was really happy.
Dobbs takes off running to the 5. Dobbs fighting to the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee.
AJ loves quarterbacks, and his favorite player was Josh Dobbs.
He got to go to a UT football practice. It was the first time in weeks that we saw this genuine smile and interaction.
Or I just started my first game the week before, so I was new to the whole deal of having kids look up to you. He couldn't see great at the time, so his dad was saying, hey, this is Josh Dobbs. He was like, Josh Dobbs, just excited to see him with so much energy and passion. I definitely wanted to get to know him more.
Rocky Top, Tennessee.
I expected that at first to be a one-time visit.
But Josh continued to stay in touch, talked to AJ, played Lincoln Logs with him.
My mom, she's been in a wheelchair since I was 5. Everything in your mind is slated to, how can I help my mom? Make things easier, is everything accessible? So with AJ, that was just an instinct. I just wanted to be a part of his life.
The shiny red fire truck was at the house.
When AJ first came to me, he was in a wheelchair, and I can remember him telling me he couldn't wait to get up again. So our first part of therapy was just working on getting strong enough to get out of the chair.
First time in how long? A month?
Yeah.
When he was out of the wheelchair and could walk down the hall, that was a big deal.
Danielle was awesome. She made this little obstacle course, and he would have to run in between cones and have to move this way, move that way.
You could hear them yelling, run like Josh Dobbs, run like Josh Dobbs.
He loved playing football, so for her to incorporate the therapy of it made him advance faster and quicker.
Run, AJ, almost.
AJ went through a year of chemo. After a month or 2 in, we started getting some indication that the tumors are shrinking.
It was just like tears.
To hear that his tumors are stable, it was just truly inspirational to see he's running around like a normal kid having fun in his backyard with a football.
Things that I appreciate about Josh and AJ is they've developed this very real and genuine friendship.
You got AJ from Knoxville. Okay. You want to come down and break it down? Break it down first.
We're gonna break it down 3.
Put him in the air. Put him in the air.
All right. 1, 2, 3.
Roll sound. Speed. Roll cameras. Marker.
Maybe 2 years ago, I remember being in the hospital room and sitting there just playing a game or something like that, and the doctor comes in when there was just kind of this dead silence. And then she tells me that there's growth in the tumors. Getting that news feels like a punch in the face. What just happened? What are we gonna do next?
Hey guys, it's me, AJ. I'm sure you saw my post. The scan did not go as we planned.
AJ has a growth in one of his old tumors, but then showed a sighting of a new tumor. So now they're showing that he has 8 tumors.
That was devastating.
It's always heartbreaking, but what I remember most about the moment, knowing that we were gonna have to start with treatment again or doing something, and really it's been every time. AJ didn't bat an eyelash, just straightforward and said, okay, cool. What do we need to do next?
We really just started looking at chemo plans and thinking, okay, what can we do? What can we do to try and either stabilize or to shrink these tumors?
The last few years have been straight chemo.
Friday, I'd go in for an infusion in my arm, another 2 weeks off, another infusion, a week off, then back on the chemo cycle.
Hi guys, it's me, AJ. I'm here at chemo. I don't know what number it is. Sorry, I was having fun today. Today I have a guest friend with me. I have my friend Joshua Dobbs here.
What's up, guys? How are you?
And, so the reason I didn't get to check with chemo numbers, we were just having some fun.
It's been tough to hear the news when things do go backwards, but to see his resiliency and to see how he approaches, the chemotherapy every single time, man, it's been remarkable.
I look at it as, yeah, okay, this is an obstacle in my way, but that doesn't mean this obstacle has to stop me. This obstacle's not gonna go away anytime soon, and I can't just sit around and, do nothing all day, so why don't I go live a life?
AJ's always wanted to play football.
I think since a young age of just meeting Josh, I think right then it kind of connected with me. I just love the game.
It was the beginning of his 5th grade year, and he came home with one of those flyers for football. So we sat down, and he said, I've been doing some research.
How many kids get hurt in what positions and stuff like that. Just general stuff that I knew the doctors and my mom and dad would be concerned about.
He pitched it. He knew all his facts, he did research, and he was selling it to us.
I said, okay, well, we'll talk to Dr. Savage.
There's a whole lot of risk. We've got difficulty with vision, we've got a shunt. There's so many things that could go wrong. And that's true, without a question. But when AJ was sitting in front of me and said, this is really what I want to do. At the end of the day, why are we doing all this? We do it to save lives, but what is the life that we're saving?
And I knew he was gonna get to do something he had always dreamed of.
His love for the game was so strong. He wasn't coming in with expectations of where he was gonna play. It's, how can I contribute best to this team? How can I be a part of this team and the program?
Most of the games were on Thursday. He'd get chemo on Friday, and sometimes it would be tough. AJ, how you feeling?
Okay.
Tired?
Yes.
He didn't want to stop. He just continued to want to do it.
Taking the medicine all weekend would absolutely wipe him out. And here it was, he never missed a Monday practice.
That mindset, that positivity, that selfless attitude from a guy who just loves ball and wants to be out there, man, I know it probably resonates with all his teammates, but for me to be around him, it teaches me and shows me, like, you can never take this for granted.
AJ Huxley is a 6th grader at Farragut Middle School and has been battling multiple brain tumors for the last 8 years. He is completely blind in one eye and partially blind in the other. He is a true inspiration to his team and anyone who gets the opportunity to meet him. Please stand and join me in a round of applause for number 51, AJ Huxley.
To see the genuine love that these other kids have for my son, and to understand the impacts and influence he had was pretty amazing. That year, they won the championship.
And that's the end of the ball game.
He had formed these amazing relationships with the coaches, the players.
To have him go through everything that he went through, to be a part of that, be instrumental in some of those things, I mean, just can't ask for a better moment.
I remember just all me and my teammates just celebrating together and, of course, hugging each other and being very happy.
AJ's journey over the last 5 years hasn't been, the normal elementary school to middle school 5 years that most kids endure, but what's been so cool is just to see the way he approaches every day, and every time I get a chance to spend time with him, man, he's always excited to see me. He's always excited to talk football. He's always just excited to hang out. And obviously, being an only child, he's become my brother.
In my dreams, I pray for some silence.
He doesn't take no for an answer. So any way he can get on that field, man, he's gonna fight and claw and be ready to get out there and compete and enjoy his opportunity to play ball.
Josh is inspired by AJ's story just as much, if not more than AJ is inspired by his.
Spike the ball and do a touchdown dance.
I think as long as we both stay steadfast and trying to keep going, I don't think anything will stop either of us.